jump to our next section, like artificial intelligence. So, which is one of the most, like, no one needs the introduction, like what is AI. Everyone know what is artificial intelligence, all this chat GPT era. Like, but the goal of this section of this webinar is to not just make you understand like what does this chat GPT LLM like, but we will give you a deeper understanding of what actually is AI, what is the actual definition of AI, what is the evolution in the field of AI, like just generative AI, like agentic AI, how this evolved, and why this trend like get boom in this recent area only, why this development was not in the previous time. Like we will understand everything from the basic point of view. So let's start. Like let's understand first of all what is artificial intelligence. So AI is just, we can say, a technology which can has its own understanding, or it can recognize its own some pattern based on some existing data. It can have its understanding from the previous data it have. Let's suppose there is a AI model, okay, and there is that AI model. What happened? You give him you give that AI model images of cats. Okay, you give them lots of images of cats, and you give that AI model lots of images of dog. So based upon that data, that model has a capability of analyzing the trend or analyzing the pattern into that image and classify that images like is. And now when you give the image of then now if you give an unidentified image of cat or dog, that model has a capability to recognize it, whether it is a dog, whether it is a cat. So what I mean by that, that AI is a field or of the technology that can analyze and understand the patterns in the data. So this is the core essence of artificial intelligence, that artificial intelligence can understand or draw patterns from existing data. So this is the complete picture of AI. This is the complete definition of AI. So which you understand. Like most people nowadays just understand that AI is limited to chat GPT, these LLMs. But this is the core, this is the most traditional in we can say the definition of artificial intelligence. So most of the people who are already into this space must know about the terms like machine learning and deep learning. We will give a little bit introduction about the difference between AI, machine learning, and then we little bit about deep learning, and then we will jump to the main section of this AI part, which is what is generative AI, how this is different from traditional AI, and what is we can say agentic AI. So let's understand what is machine learning. So machine learning is the subset, or we can say a sub part of this artificial intelligence, where machine can learn from the data. So how this happen in traditional programming? What happen? You give data, you write the program, and the result is in front of you. Let's suppose you have to add two numbers. So you write program to add two numbers. Let's suppose you take input A, you take input B, you write a program that sum is equal to A plus B. So that program generates output for you based upon the data and the program you have written. But the approach of machine learning is different. You give data, you give result, and then the model understand and programs, and then it can generate a new response based upon the new input data. So this is the main difference. If you understand this flowchart, the difference between the explicit traditional programming and machine learning approach. If you understand these two approaches, you will easily understand that what is the core essence of this machine learning. So what happened in machine learning? You give your model a lots of data, you give them a result also. Like you give them lots of images of cats and you classify these are the cats, these are the dogs. And when a new image, a non-labeled image you give, the model is able to predict whether it is a cat or a dog. So this cannot happen in your traditional programming. Let's stick to our simple basic example only. You have written a program to add two numbers. Now if you give any another two number, it can add. But if you will give them three numbers or four numbers, you have to again come and change the code in your program. Then it can generate a new response. But in the machine learning approach, you don't write explicit program to add these two numbers. You just give your data, like 2 plus 5 is equal to 2 plus 5 is equal to 7, like 5 plus 5 is equal to 10. You give lots of data to your model and result also. And your machine learning model derives pattern from this, that yes, 2 plus 3, it is the sum operation, and your model understand it. So when an we can say unseen data is given to this model, based upon the learning algorithm this model has developed from the data and result, it can generate a new response. So I hope it is clear to you from this traditional programming how machine learning is different. So this is the artificial intelligence and this is machine learning. It is the subpart of AI, and the deep learning is the subpart of machine learning, where there is a we can say the concept of neural networks. Like the scientists have understood that the most intelligent thing if we want to build the most intelligent machine, we have to take the example, we have to take the inspiration from the most intelligent object present on the planet. So they have derived this from the human brain, like how our brain function. We have a connection of lot of neurons in our brain, and the signal passes through all the neurons, and we understand the things more rapidly. So this is the core essence of the deep learning. We will not go much deeper into the deep learning. This is there are lots of topics into the deep learning, like how artificial neural network works, how they are connected, and we will not go into that. But for now, you just understand the difference between the AI, machine learning, and deep learning. They are not some different entities. AI is a broader term, all the traditional AI thing. Machine learning is the subpart of AI where the machine can learn from the data given to them, and deep learning is the subpart of machine learning where there is a concept of artificial neural networks. So this is the picture of what is AI, what is machine learning, and what is deep learning. So the main now we jump to the generative AI. Like what is generative AI? So, and how it is different from the traditional AI. So generative AI is the field of the artificial intelligence, or we can say it is a subpart of or advanced form of AI, where the models can generate their responses from their own, which is more like of humans. Like they can generate text, they can generate images, they can even generate speech. So this form, generative AI, is the advanced form of the artificial intelligence where models are capable of generating their own new content. So this is a most trending topic nowadays, and the most useful case where its application are used nowadays in every field. Like you have seen the LLMs like ChatGPT, Claude. What they are just the form of generative AI which are capable of generating fresh or their own content based upon your response. So this is the LLM. They are the large language models, are the example of generative AI. There are some text to speech models present, like you write the text and they generate the speech. There are some diffusion models, like they can generate images as well. You have heard about all the that nano banana of Gemini. And this is the video generation model, like code generating. So these are all the applications of this generative AI which are heavily used in our day-to-day application nowadays. And this generative AI is the field which make the AI so much popular nowadays, and the AI is very heavily used in our daily operations. So this is the part which is known as generative AI. So how this is different from the traditional AI? So traditional AI, as we have already discussed, that it just find the patterns in the data and then try to make predictions, and it try to generate their own response based upon the data or the pattern which that model has analyzed from the previous. So it can only solve the problems like classification, which I have mentioned, that if we have given the images of dogs and cats, so that model can identify, yes, it is a cat, it is dog, based upon the pattern which it analyzed. So it can just be used in that form only in traditional AI, just for analyzing patterns, doing predictions, classification, and all. But generative AI is the very broader, or we can say the most powerful form of the AI, where the audio model can not only analyze the patterns or generate some responses based upon your data. No, it can generate its own unique response, which is more like of a humans. So this is the form of this is the clear difference between traditional AI and generative AI. It can create its entire new content, this generative AI, and all the application which we have just seen in the previous slide, like LLM models, text to speech model, video generation, image generation, are all the types of this generative AI. And the third term, which is agentic AI. Now, what is agentic AI? Agentic AI is a type of a AI which can perform action more like a human. Like it can plan or execute, it can plan and then execute and even reiterate on its execution. We will understand it better. We will take one example, like a very simple example of chatbots, and we will understand how that chatbots evolves over the time, and you can understand the whole picture, like how it was very LLM, very simple. Then there thing called retrieval augmented learning, like, and then we will understand the agentic. So in on the example of this chatbot example, you will be not only understand the evolution of AI, you will also able to understand the difference between the simple AI, generative AI, agentic AI, RAG-based AI, everything. So what for now you just understand what is agentic AI. It can create its goal, it can execute it, and also replan it and do the things. Like it not just like a simple you give the prompt and just a response. No, it can plan things, it can take actions, it can even adapt to the changes, and it can also ask you for the helps, or like the most example, like if someone is using Cloud Code, if someone of you are using the Codex, you can see how that agents work. Like agents, if you give the task to them, like create a simple example, let's create a HTML form for me. that agent plans things like I will do like this. Let's suppose you can see in the thinking tab that agents plans all the execution. Now even after planning it, then it executes, then it also review its task, then again if there are any changes, that is done to them. So this is the main essence of the agentic AI. So before jumping to the key characteristics of the AI, we will understand this in more detail by understanding the example of a chatbot. Let's take the example of how the chatbots evolved over the time in the AI field. So first of all, take the example of a very we can say the most simple form of we can say chatbots, that is LLM based chatbots. Okay, so these are the LLM based chatbots. What are LLM based chatbots? We'll get to know. So LLM based chatbot. So, what is this LLM based chatbot? And let's suppose we have a goal. Okay, we have to, as there is a company, which have to hire a backend engineer. Okay, so there is a goal that we have to hire a backend engineer, and company have a LLM based chatbot. So LLM based chatbot don't have their own memories. They just generate the response based upon the data they are trained on. If you will ask that I have to hire a backend engineer, it will respond you like okay, you can you will have like he will not proactively ask you that okay, like it don't have any personalized data from you that yes, you are the Digichain company running in the Noida, you have this much of capacity, and you are hiring a backend engineer, your budget is it knows nothing. It just, you give the response to this chatbot, it just call the LLM model just generate a simple response like yes, if you have to hire a backend engineer, you it will not plan anything. There are like this is not just a simple task to hire a backend engineer. There are set of goals like you have to prepare the JD, you have to screen the interview, you have to schedule the interview, you have to send the mails, then you have to interview, then send the confirmation email. So these are the some of the set of tasks we can say the sub task involved in this pattern. So this LLM chatbot cannot do like this. You have to tell this chatbot to create the JD for you. You have to like create a backend dev JD for me. Okay, then he will simply create a backend developer JD for you, and it will give it to you. Now he will look, now this step is done. Now you have to give another response to this chatbot like yeah, okay, this is the JD, but this JD is not giving me responses. Improve this JD, or do any changes like increase the experience, like increase experience from 2 to 5 years. So then he will give you again the JD. Then you can give the responses and get the response back from this LLM based chatbot. So you can see how simple it was. Like just you give the response, it give you the response back. So after that, what happened? After this, after LLM based chatbot, then there comes RAG based chatbot. You must have heard about this term. This is a lot. So it is very trending nowadays. RAG. So it is stand for retrieval augmented generation. So what this chat now? The company, you have seen the limitation of this LLM based chatbot. Now this, let's suppose this is our chatbot 2, and augmented generation. Okay, so this is the form of the chatbot, retrieval augmented. What this chatbot does, you provide this chatbot a data about yourself. Like this chatbot has all the information about you. Like this chatbot knows that what you are, what the company you are running. You give that I'm the Digichain company, I'm running in Noida, I have this much of budget for the backend engineer, and I have this much expectation. This all the information is given, uh, we can say this all the information is given to the chatbot previously, and based upon that data, that chatbot can generate some response, personalized response, we can say. So how you can understand how this chatbot is different from this traditional LLM based chatbot, as this chatbot have all the data about you. So it have all the data about you, like your company, your budget, everything which I just mentioned. So this chatbot can, if you will prompt him that create a backend developer JD for me, it can understand, yeah, okay, your budget is 50,000 per month, let's suppose, and you are hiring in Noida. So it will automatically frame a JD which will be personalized, like it will be personalized to you, and it will be highly personalized to you. Like it will already mention that it is for the Noida location, it is for the 50,000 per month budget, it is the roles and not everything. This chatbot is pre uh, provided with, so you can understand how personalized, or we can say how more accurate response this chatbot can generate. But still, this chatbot, what are the limitations? This chatbot will not have its own memory. This chatbot cannot see, like it cannot see what my JD, how my JD is performing, is the sources which this JD is generating is legit or not. This chatbot cannot interpret this. This is just reactive, we can say. You give the prompt, it give you the prompt. But how this is different? Because it is generate more personalized response. One more chatbot before going to agentic chatbot, which I like to mention here, is now this is the chatbot free. This is the more advanced form of this chatbot. This is tool augmented chatbots. So what these tool augmented chatbots do? What these tools augmented chatbots do? These are embedded, or we can say these are already linked or connected from the external tools like LinkedIn APIs, calendar APIs, email APIs, and it cannot just generate a response for you, but it can perform actions based upon that response as well. Let's suppose the goal is same for our chatbot. You have to hire a backend engineer. How this tool augmented chatbot will perform? This tool augmented chatbot will create a JD for you. It will generate the PDF. Let's suppose you have connected it from Canva, PDF, or Adobe, anything that can create a give you the PDF as well. Now you have provided this chatbot with LinkedIn APIs as well. It can post that JD to the LinkedIn as well. You have calendar APIs integrated with that chatbot as well. So it can also schedule interviews. It can also schedule interviews with you. Like this chatbot has the ability, like suppose you have integrated calendar, it can search like at Monday 5 p.m. Just Varun Gupta is available. Then he can schedule the interview at that time. And even after scheduling interview, there you can augment it with Gmail as well. You can augment Gmail with a key that send Gmail. You can send mail to the selected candidates, like send mail for interviews, and even for if the someone is selected or anything. So this chatbot can generate response as well as get embedded with the external tools, and make your hiring process more easy for you. Like they can perform all the transaction and even execute it for you. So these are the three chatbots, but still this chatbot don't have its own memory. Like you understand, like it cannot plan or goal. So these are some of the chatbots which you can understand how the chatbot or how this AI field evolved. But still our most important, or we can say the most advanced form of chatbot is still left here, which we will understand. Now all the limitation from all this chatbot is that they don't have their own memory. You have given the task, some have pre information from you, so they generate some more personalized response. Let's suppose you have taught tools augmented chatbot, so they can embed external tools. But still this agentic AI chatbots take this to the another next level. Now let's suppose you have agentic AI chatbot. So what this agentic AI chatbot does, what is the approach of this agentic AI chatbot is this: just you have given hire a backend engineer task to this, hire a backend engineer. So it will take this prompt, or we can say this response, not just as a simple prompt. It will take this as a goal. So this is the most important part of this agentic chatbot, which make it completely different and more advanced from its previous versions. Like it converts this prompt into a goal. Not only just he change it into a goal, it also plans it. Like he has goal is given to him, hire a backend engineer. He redefined his goal. Like yes, I have to hire a backend engineer for Digichain company with this requirements. And then after setting up the goal, he also plans it. So are you seeing how personalized he is performing like a human, not just like a simple chatbot, or not just like a simple LLM, just you are sending the response and it is reacting to it, or not just it is only also augmented with the tools, but its approach is somewhat trying to mimic the role of a real HR or the role of a real person, how the real person will approach this problem. He will identify his goal, then he plans. In that plan, he will plan that, okay, I have to prepare the JD. After the JD, I have to ask him, I have to ask the prompt who is sending the, I have to ask my user that this is the JD, is this correct? After that JD is finalized based upon my response, it again say that yeah, it will again suggest me, okay, so LinkedIn is a more suitable platform for this hiring a backend engineer. It will generate that. After that also he will also see that the responses coming on my JD. Someone applied, let's suppose five candidates apply. He can even shortlist from that five applicants, and he can give me the two response. Then even after that he can ask me, should I send the Gmail, should I send the emails to this selected participants for the interview. He can send the emails as well. Then also the task is not over. All the plans which he defines here, like then he will ask me like, can I schedule an interview with this interview schedule? After scheduling the interview, he will ask me like which guy you are selecting. I will ask him that I'm selecting guy A. Then he can ask you like, should I send the offer letter to this? So you have seen how the approach of the chatbots, or we can say, so why I'm taking this example, this chatbot example, is to give you the glimpse of how the things have evolved from the traditional AI to some RAG based AI, some tool augmentation, and how this agentic AI is transforming it more completely. And no one knows what comes after that. Maybe more advanced version is already in the execution. The researchers are researching about it. But the goal of this whole chatbot example is to give you the glimpse about how this AI technology is evolving, how the approach of evolving by taking the example of this chatbot. So we will dive more into this agentic AI where we left in the PPT, that characteristic part. So you have seen how powerful is agentic AI chatbot is. Through this example, it is pretty evident to you that LLM based, the response of LLM based, the RAG based tool augmented and AI agentic AI chatbot. So this is the complete picture of the evolution of AI. Now we will jump to the more as